Her entire career before she got elected to the Senate was as a prosecutor. She's not coming at it in the same way as a legislator. Like Joe Biden was very much a legislator, came at the presidency. So it's a new way of looking at it.
Extraordinary story ever told. My mother used to have a saying, and she would say to me, Kamala, you may be the first to do many things, but make sure you're not the last.
It's very difficult for Harris to sort of lay out specific plans and goals in the same way you saw even Joe Biden and a lot of the other Democrats back in 2020 lay them out, because there's so much more uncertainty about what Congress in particular is going to look like in 2025. Republicans are pretty heavy favorites to win the Senate right now. If she wins, it is likely that Democrats will take the House. So she'll have one chamber of Congress aligned with her, but she won't have both. A lot of the executive orders that were sort of obvious to pass are already in effect because Biden did them. So Harris is sort of looking at what is left over for her to do. We don't really quite know what Harris thinks of that big question. Is Harris going to be willing to push the envelope on something like, say, abortion rights if she doesn't have Congress on her side? Is she going to be able to try to do a lot of things unilaterally to, say, protect abortion rights?
I believe that we should put the protections of Roe v. Wade into law, and the way that will happen is if we have a United States Congress who, regardless of their personal view for themselves or their family, would agree that the women of America should be trusted to make decisions about their life and their body based on what they know to be in their best interest. It's that simple.
Her entire career before she got elected to the Senate was as a prosecutor. She's not coming at it in the same way as a legislator. Like Joe Biden was very much a legislator, came at the presidency. So it's a new way of looking at it.
In those roles, I took on perpetrators of all kinds. Predators who abused women. Fraudsters who ripped off consumers. Cheaters who broke the rules for their own gain. So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type.
She's always been a little ideologically flexible. I think you can see that throughout her career. She views that as sort of ultimately a pragmatism. Other people might be more critical and say she doesn't really have like a core set of beliefs. But she would say that's a good thing because that doesn't sort of pin her down or mean that she isn't willing to solve a problem in a new way. There's going to be a big fight over what subsidies get renewed, what tax cuts get renewed, and to what extent they get renewed. That's going to involve a lot of negotiation with Congress. It's really going to be one of their big opportunities to legislate